There's a Chinese proverb which says that in heaven you have paradise, on earth you have Hangzhou and Suzhou. We can see now quite clearly why this is said about Suzhou. Because here everything is mild and easy, and the water here contrasts with central China, which is quite arid. This area south of the Yangtze River is full of greenery and watery lushness. And there isn't that biting north wind blowing in from the Gobi Desert. Life seems much easier than up north. Suzhou, of course, is famous for its gardens, and the Chinese idea of a garden is really a cameo, a painter's concept of a miniature landscape. And here in Suzhou, where the weather is quite clement throughout the year, the retired Mandarin or scholar finds it an ideal place where he could not so much contemplate nature, contemplate man's relationship with nature and with fellow human beings. Because these gardens are built behind high walls, the scholars of China feel that they can find tranquility.
Suzhou's success as a rich, cultured and artistic city owes everything to the existence of the Grand Canal. And Kenneth's daughter Jenny, on her first visit to China, is as fascinated as the rest of us.
They live on the boats?
Oh, I think they find as much accommodation on the boat as they are likely to find ashore.
How long is the canal?
Well, it's over 1,200 miles long. Probably
Really?
the longest canal in the world. It was begun before Christ in 486 BC, but it wasn't completed for 1,000 years. 618 AD, in the Sui dynasty, by the Emperor Yuandi. He used it for moving troops about. It is the longest man-made waterway in the world, and he used 5 million men to complete it. It ran all the way from Hangzhou to Beijing. You see, the economic benefits were astounding. In the Tang dynasty, they transported 100,000 tons of grain a year from the fertile south to the arid, hungry north. The long lines of barges strung together, pulled by single horse or a water buffalo. Even today, a few horsepower engine would drag a long crocodile barges. Compared to an English canal, this is like Piccadilly Circus. Look, you see these barges are solid concrete. It's just turned out of mode. You see, today it is not all used. Some is silted up, but still very busy. It takes more traffic than the Suez and Panama canals combined. And everything goes on the canal, even people. That's a passenger barge. It's not very fast, not a QE2, but it's very cheap. Hangzhou to Suzhou takes 14 hours overnight, but it only costs 4 yuan, and that's about 60 pence. Here we find ourselves in one of the biggest fan factories in China, in an old palace, where it's said to produce more than 4 million fans a year. Some of these fans are made of sandalwood, and others are beautifully painted. It's said that the ones which are very intricately, artistically carved can take several years to produce. These sandalwood fans are, of course, very special because there's a very distinct scent from the wood, which when you fan yourself, you feel that you are also perfuming yourself.
After 2.5 weeks in China, this will be the last leg of our journey, and also the longest, taking over 24 hours and covering nearly 1,000 miles from Suzhou to Beijing. In the north of China, steam gives way to diesel, but steam locomotives can still be seen hauling endless freight trains.